When companies like Disney and Marvel continue to pander to the woke feminist crowds, they are going to continue to suffer failure time and time again. And that is exactly what we are seeing from the past 24 hours with all the insane reports, the crazy news that we have been getting about the new Fantastic Four film that is supposed to be coming out this year from Marvel. And it is indeed shaping up to be a complete and total trash heap, a total garbage pile in every way, shape, and form. And just when you think that maybe Marvel would start to learn their lesson, that they'd realize that pandering to the woke agenda and pushing for that nonsense is not working out for them. Instead, they decide to double down on all of it for the Fantastic Four film and even take it in crazier directions than what we have seen yet. This is absolutely ludicrous to see, but we're going to be getting into all of it today because we have a lot of reports coming in about the film, and it looks to be a complete and total disaster. So Joseph Quinn, who is playing Johnny Storm in the new Fantastic Four film, had this to say, and this just came out just last night. And when I saw this, I was like, yep, this is it. The film is done. The film is done. And then I started to see some of the other reports about the film, and I was like, yeah, this film is not just done. It's not just DOA. It is complete toast at this point, okay? And that is exactly what we're going to be checking out here today. So Joseph Quinn said this about his portrayal of Johnny Storm. Kevin Feige and I were speaking about previous iterations of him. He was branded as this womanizing, devil-may-care guy, but is that sexy these days? I don't think so. This version of Johnny is less callous with other people's feelings. Yes, they're softening up Johnny Storm. And this is one of the most infuriating things of what we have been seeing, especially with Marvel and Disney, but kind of across Hollywood in general over the past few years. They're continuing to try to just, polish the rough edges on these characters. Can you imagine them making the first Iron Man movie today? That film would not exist today in Marvel, okay? And I remember even thinking that when I watched it just recently, just like a year ago with my daughter for her first time. I was like, there's no way that they would make this film today in Marvel. But that's one of the charms about Iron Man. That's one of the charms about Tony Stark, is that he has rough edges. The same with Johnny Storm. We don't want all these characters to end up just feeling all the same. And that's exactly what we're seeing. They all are just turning into like the same character, the same milquetoast, nice guy who doesn't have any problems, who isn't rough at all, because that's toxic, guys. And that's the type of crap that I am sick and tired of, because it is the flaws in characters, it is their rough edges that makes them interesting. And Johnny Storm is balanced out by other people who are part of the Fantastic Four, like Mr. Fantastic, who is more of a stand-up guy. And so their differences balance them out, and that is what makes their dynamic so interesting. But they apparently want to get away from all of that, and that is going to completely destroy the character of Johnny Storm. And if you think that is bad enough, just wait until you see all the other crap that they are planning to do with this film. Of course, we know about them wanting to gender swap the Silver Surfer. This was something that came out like a couple years ago, and this was one of the first red flags that we saw about this film. Let me just pull this down so you can see the headline there. So, Marvel Studios to gender swap Silver Surfer in upcoming Fantastic Four reboot. So, are you guys excited about this? Does this make you super duper hyped about Fantastic Four? Gender swapping Silver Surfer. And if you think that is bad enough, does this get you guys excited? So Vanessa Kirby, who is playing, of course, the Invisible Woman in the film, said this. Vanessa Kirby confirms Fantastic Four First Steps explores gender politics with Sue Storm. Holy crap. Here we are, guys. This is exactly the type of crap that we are going to continue to see coming from Marvel, apparently. And once again, we're going to have to teach them another lesson, guys. That is exactly what we're going to have to do with this film. And this is the same type of crap that is driving people away from seeing their movies, because people are sick and tired of this crap. Marvel reimagining Fantastic Four for modern audiences. Whenever you see this phrasing right here, you should run for the hills, because you know already that this is going to be absolutely destroyed, and that is exactly what they're doing with Fantastic Four. Rumors have already offered Vanessa Kirby Sue Storm is the star of the Fantastic Four First Steps. This would follow Feige's female-led approach in movies like Captain Marvel, and of course the list is very extensive with what Kevin Feige has done with all these female-led projects, and almost every single one of them has been a failure in the box office. So how's that working out for you, Kevin Feige? This film is doomed. In my opinion, this film is doomed, and I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts about this in the comments below. Does all of this make you excited for the Fantastic Four film? So with that being said, let me know what you think about this coming from Disney, from Marvel. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.